This particular shear is not ours. This is Nico, and we're thinking is she from, oh, I don't, you're not the mic on here, so we don't know if she's from England or whatever. But when I run my nail down here, I feel a nick there, and I felt a nick here, which is on the same side. That might make it, I feel a nick or something here. And then you were noticing how
it looked like one of the points was like it was bent a little bit.
it looks like this one is bent more than that one. And definitely when you close it, it's kind of a,
yeah, it catches.
It's tight here and then it's loose. So I think we'll just sharpen it and take that nick out and see how it is. That's usually the easiest thing. So let's see how it cuts. So we do that test. Where's our secret testing paper? That John Wayne paper.
You don't have that, okay.
Well, we'll try it dry first. So it's not too horrible. Want to try it wet? Then I'm going to let you cut with it like you're cutting a dog over there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So because you're a groomer. Ew, that got me cold. You see how things won't cut wet when they'll cut dry? It'll tend to tear.
Yeah.
See, it's not cutting in that little spot where it's not. So here, take that over there and cut some fur and see how that cuts. And you're cutting rabbit fur there, huh?
Yeah. Seems to be cutting.
Okay, grab some of that fur out of that bottom drawer, that fake fur, and see how that cuts that.
It's cutting?
Yeah. If a sharpener gave those back to you, would you say they were okay?
They felt okay.
Yeah. So we just got to improve them just a little bit, I guess. How's the adjustment on them?
They feel smooth.
Okay. So she's just really picky, and these are her favorite shears, I guess, huh? So let's go through all the motions of sharpening, because this is something that we haven't covered, and so we can learn on his shears. So I'm going to zoom in way over there behind you, Sean.
All right.
And this...
Uh-oh, it fell.
Woo! Okay. There we go. I think that'll do. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get on this side of you.
Yep.
This is my arc hone. And we took it with us when we went to Cancun for our Sharpeners Jam, and in the plane it broke. It's still working, so but we sell these for $35, which is something you're going to need if you're doing these curve shears. So I like to put it in water and let it soak. Let it get wet a little bit. And this is our arc hone holder. Move this out of the way. And you can, if you're going to be working in one location, you can drill it down and put it on your table. But I actually like using the clamp because when I'm doing a right-handed shear, I want this side open. If I do a left-handed shear, curve shear, I may want that side open, and it's easier to have these little clamps.
Anyways.
Yeah. You got some versatility with the clamping thing, and this holds it pretty sturdy. So if you will, one of you take this apart and clean it with alcohol. Whichever one of you. Don't lose the screws.
Oh, hey, let me get the...
I have Mike and Sean that are here training, and they were doing sharpening training yesterday. And today it was curve shears, and then those came in yesterday. So perfect timing to work on these shears. Mike and Shauna from San Diego. Mike runs a grooming academy and a groomer supply business, right?
Yep.
So if somebody happens to be watching this, I'll put your link if you want me to
That'd be awesome.
your groomer supply. And then both of you are going to be working there to sharpen the shears for the groomers. And if there's groomers in the San Diego area, they can bring their shears to you, or clipper blades, because we're doing that tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no shortage of groomers in San Diego.
Okay, so we got these clean. And I don't know if you can see from there, but so I've been soaking these. This is just water. You can put a little bit of soap on here, and so I want to try to put these back in order.
What would the soap do?
It just makes them stay a little wet, a little bit longer.
Oh.
Now, this is the 3000 grit. We also sell a 1000 grit, and then one that, I think this is like 240 or something really coarse, you see? And you wouldn't want to use this on the shears. I use it to kind of clean this up, see? See how it gets, you really need it round. So this is, these arc hones are concave here, and then convex on that side and flat on this side.
Oh, okay.
We're going to start out with the flat. And you can also use your Nagura stone on this too. This is the one that kind of creates a little bit of a sharpening slurry. We used it yesterday, remember?
Yep.
Now, ideally you wouldn't want a cracked one with the cracks in here, but and I could just go back on the shelf and get me another one. But I hate to waste stuff. So we're going to work on this area first. This area, as you know, is flat. We talked about that yesterday. This area is flat, and then as you go down, it kind of curves like that because of the way they put the hollow in it. They make these shears straight, then after they make them, then they put the curve in them. Now, in the past, I've done things like put tape on the back side to keep that back higher. I don't know if that's effort is worth it, because you don't know how much, what angle they put that hollow in there. That tape may be too wide or the tape may be too thin. I've tried different experiments with it. But these shears are good because they're already colored in, so you can see the black. If we do it wrong, well, it'll come off the black on the bag. So the first part is I'm going to be working the flat area. And it's just like you're doing the Rideline. Oh, Mike, you left a washer in there.
They're easy. They are easy to miss.
They're easy to miss. See if you can find a tweezer. Or here, I'll just use these little scissors. This is not what scissors are for.
Second nature to
Here.
There it is. There's that little washer. And what would happen is that washer will come out, disappear, and so I'm doing the same motion we did when we were doing the Rideline on the big stone. In fact, you could even do this on this stone with this blade because it curls up. But I'm all the way into the hilt and a little bit harder coming down, a little lighter going up. Same motion we were doing yesterday. And if we've done it right, we should be taking the red off that little area here. And we might as well go ahead and do this one. Now this one is more of a problem if you were to try to do it on your regular stone, because see, that curves down. But with this being narrow, and you're going to be sharpening. I know you brought a bunch of curve shears with you, so you're going to be doing this today. Do we do this Rideline on all curve shears? No.
No.
Hand me that wolf one over there that you brought. You see this one? There's no Rideline. See, it's almost, it's got a little hollow, but it's almost completely flat. You both see that?
Yeah.
How common is that?
I love teaching Sean because when he sees something new, his mouth drops open, his eyes light up. So it's a real pleasure. Yeah. So on some, yeah, it's fairly common, especially dog grooming scissors. You don't see it too much on. So this one, since there's no Rideline, I'm not going to be doing this. Why take it apart? We already know that there was a problem with a screw with the last person that took it apart. We're just going to sharpen it with it together, cut the burr off, and it's done. Don't make a problem. Now, if the screw's not holding, like when you brought it to me yesterday, and the screw wouldn't hold, we took it apart and we put some of that Vibratite on it, which I've got another video on that if somebody's looking for it. But that Vibratite we put on there, and it's holding now, isn't it?
Yes.
It may cut okay without any sharpening. I don't know. We'll still
You
sharpen
set
it.
up to 10 times on the vibrator.
5 times.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to take it in and out. They say up to 5 times, which might mean 2 or 3, but still, you can put it in there and tighten and loosen the screw. So, but this one definitely has a Rideline, so we're working it. So we've done the flat part. We're going to flip this over to the convex side. And these little holders come in 2 different lengths because some people have different stones than I do, but they can still use this. I like, this is a Nanawa brand, these arc hones that come from Japan, but some people use a diamond hone for this. But if you're using these Japanese water stones, you want to do more pressure coming back and lighter going forward. If you in the future they have some that are diamond ones that fit in here. On those, you really do better off more pressure going forward and the lighter coming back. But these softer stones, if you too much pressure going forward, you bite into the stone. So I'm going to kind of, this is almost a mental thing. You're just going to have to feel it because you want to be on the edge here, but not flat and hitting back there. But I don't want to be lifting up. I just want to, in my mind, concentrate on that front edge hitting that stone. And you can just pick it up and go in one direction like Sean was doing yesterday, or you can go up and down. Just make sure when you're going up and down, and it's kind of a light pressure, and you can stop and see what you're doing. I don't know if you can see on the video, but you see I'm taking the red off. Kind of missed that spot here. But I am taking a little bit of the back off, but not too bad. Just kind of unavoidable. You just can't do these things like they make them in the factory. It's just, and I'm just going to work down the blade. Take your time. And it's a feeling thing. See, it's starting to look good. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they can see on there. And taking my time. Either one of y'all want to try this?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks a little tricky.
Well, you're going to be doing this today.
Yeah, but
Because Mike brought a bunch of curve
Oh,
shears with Ridelines. And we just did, at our Sharpeners Jam, I had Ramon Eichert come and do, demonstrate how he does it. He came to Cancun with us. I have that video taped, but only the people that have, and it's $120 to watch all, like 16 years of Sharpeners Jams, and that gets you in the Sharpeners Jam next year. But I have those like a private collection. So if you're interested in seeing him, and this is where I learned to do this. Now you'll see some people on YouTube, they have all kinds of cool devices that have a handle that pulls it across this way. But really you want your Rideline, your grain, the word I'm trying to think of. Anyway, you want the lines going this way, not that way. For cutting. Does that make sense?
yeah.
the grind marks, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So looks like I missed a couple of spots there. Do you see that? The red marker helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, put those glasses on. I missed
There's a couple little spots.
like right in here, maybe right at the tippy tip.
Oh yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
Right
So I want to try to get those spots where I missed it.
So as long as a thin little line like that is exposed, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much. Okay.
yeah. Right here is kind of the... When you get here, you almost have to have your handle
Down.
drop down to get to that. I mean, you could work the other side of your curved stone a little bit. And I didn't get like right there. Now the other blade, because it curves up, you could do it on this one and work a section at a time, or you can flip this over
Oh, wow.
and see now it's concave. We used to have these made for us. Used to buy like the water stones, and we would take it to people that cut granite, you know. And so the people we bought our water stones from, I asked them, I said, well, can you cut these and shape them for us? And they said, well, we've already got them. These are used for the little bonsai scissors. So it's like we were trying to invent something that had already been invented. Yeah. It's just so I'm working on and just should take your time with this. Ramon, when he did it, I mean, he just takes a lot longer than me. Not that he's not doing it as well. It's just that he really gets into the feel of it. It's because see, I'm taking off too much off the back here. It's a touch and a feel. A lot of the curved shears is going to take more touch and feel than what we've done up to so far. So if someone comes in here, like I have someone coming in here later this week, who's only going to be doing hair scissors,
Yeah.
we're not going to get into any of this stuff. This gets to be pretty advanced.
Seems messy.
And it's a shame because most of the time you can't charge as much for sharpening grooming shears. Grooming shears aren't as expensive as hair shears, but there's more work to it and it's harder to do. So it just seems unfair. Now, see, I wasn't doing a good job here. You see it's coming off the back. You see how it's coming off the back? I want to try to avoid that. That means my ride line's not flat. It's
Yeah.
kind of... And I will tell you right off the bat, I am not the best sharper in the world, even despite that guy having all that confidence in me. But I think I'm pretty good at teaching. What y'all think?
Yeah.
You make it very clear what's going on.
Even if we had to make up a song to go with it, don't we?
He was doing the EIEIO thing last
Yeah,
night.
putting the shears together.
He was.
And now you see how I've got that handle up to get to that tip. And I'm still not getting it. I might be better off going to the flat side.
Seems could be very meditative once you get it.
Exactly.
Get good at
It's like a Zen thing
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something. And it's hard for me to be very meditative while I'm shooting a video and talking to the two of you, but
If you're by yourself,
by yourself
Yeah.
it could be very
with some music.
relaxing. Put on some music. I think that's got it. I'm going to show it in the video here, and then I'll let you look at it.
Yep.
Next, we're going to go to one of our Cymex here. And I find it's easier to turn it upright to do this. Now, I know Some of the sharpeners, they can do it on their side. We've got one guy, you may see him at some of the pet grooming shows, and he has our machine, and he does the curve shears from the side. He also brings a twice as sharp. So like this kind of scissor here, he probably would do it, if he's at the hair show, do this on a twice as sharp, and then do this one on this machine. So if y'all are missing something on the video, it's because Sean and Mike have my priority today. So I'm going to turn this machine upright, because I can. Get my light here. And I'm using a cushion plate. Some people use a flat plate. I think for me, I like the cushion plate because it kind of follows the curve of the shear better. You can use a cushion plate for this blade. But when it comes to this one, you see how it's going to hit on the other side? So that's when we're going to use that curve adapter. We did a lousy job of cutting the rings on there. Somewhere around here I have this thing a guy invented for making the rings to cut the paper. Because this is Velcro. So that pulls off. You can put whatever you want on it. Whatever grit. This happens to be like a worn 240 grit, I think. And this one is also a 400. So we'll just stay with those. So this is a blade that's easier to do because it's up. If you want to know what the exact angle is, and find out what angle he was working with, we can use our clamp. Clamp it, and we're set at 35, so that's would be a good guess. And just like we did that scratch test yesterday, I don't know what I'm sitting on that's wobbling it. Oh well. I'm going to lay this here and turn it. See, I think 35 is too blunt. I think he had it at 40.
Oh, yeah.
You see that? See how the red's still there? And you can feel I already have a burr. So I think he's got it at 40 degrees. I don't know if I would go all the way up to 45. It might have been 45 when it was brand new. But 40 seems to be sharp enough for these grooming shears, curve shears. Actually, 35 probably would have been my choice. So I'm going to show you two ways of doing this. One is I would get the angle. That looks pretty close.
Yeah.
See how I've got the angle?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I were to just keep it in this clamp and pull it across, that angle, when I get here to this, that angle is going to be entirely different. And you can see that from the scratch. You see now it's closer to the edge. So to follow the angle, I cannot just pull it back in the clamp. I have to freehand it and pull it around this way and follow that angle. So there's two ways to do it. One, you can kind of find your angle with your clamp, like we did. Then after you feel that and get that going, then you can take this off, and while you kind of have that muscle memory of where the angle is, and pull it this way. Or the other thing you can do, which is what I do most of the time, and Sean, you come around over here so you can see better, I think. You see like a little shadow under that blade?
Yes.
I'm going to rotate it till that shadow's gone, and that's probably my angle. And then I'm just going to pull it around this way.
That's a good trick.
Now, so since y'all have both been grooming dogs, let's see, I don't know if anybody on video can see it, but since y'all have both been grooming dogs, you probably have pretty good hand and eye coordination. and can see angles and that kind of thing. So you probably will be able to do this really well. This is what I do most of the time on Curve Shears, unless I get one that I think the last sharpener might have... Oh, did a good job on that. The last sharpener put some kind of crazy angle on it that I feel like is wrong. Then I may want to go ahead and do a scratch test, see what it is now, and decide I want it sharper or blunter. But most of the time, especially like the Curve Shears you have, that's like the first time they've been sharpened or something, I'm just going to get in here, look for that shadow, and pull it across.
Oh, okay.
So should I do that on these?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go fairly slow. And this is fairly coarse. This is a 400 grit. I think we only sharpened one shear on it. But you're not slide cutting with these. I can feel a burr on the outside on this one. That might be a part of the other problem. Let's hope this just fixes it, sharpens it, without having to bend it. But so I come in here and I look to get my angle. And if you're doing this right, a lot of times against this black surface of the Simac and my table, I can see the burr pop out as I go by. Now, I know Mike can't see it from where he's sitting, but you might be able to. Sean, can you look over my shoulder and you see like a little white line here where that burr's popping out?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's when you know it looks like you're doing it right. I didn't get the tippy tip, and I might be a little blunter than what his last angle was. But, so I'm going to go over it again. And you go whatever speed is comfortable for you. I just tend to go at a slower speed. Now, I didn't get that tippy tip. I don't want to lift it up because I'll take too much off that tip. I'm still just flat here. You see how that last 1/4 inch is flat on here? Still don't have that tippy tip. I start at the back just so I can keep that angle consistent. Okay, I think I got it all the way down. I've got a nice burr. I could go to a finer grit if I wanted to. That nick that we felt before is gone. So I'm going to let Sean feel it. And I'm going to get ready to do the other blade. The other blade of the shears. These curve adapters don't always fit well underneath that spatter guard, so a lot of times I have to take the spatter guard off. And I'm going to do the same thing here. But this time, instead of pulling it this way, I'm pulling it that way. And there's ever so slightly, as I'm pulling it, a little bit of a twist. Not a huge amount, but just a little bit of a twist to the left.
Can you use the shadow? Like
so yeah, you're kind of watching the shadow, and then you're also going to look straight down, and you'll see the burr popping up. This is something really, I don't know if you could see this on a video, but y'all are here, so that's the advantage of being here in person, right? Sean, can you come over my shoulder? Can you see that burr popping up?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And when you get to the tip, I'm not lifting up a whole lot. I still want to be at flat. What I see a lot of people make a mistake of trying to get to the tip, they lift up too much.
I was doing that yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, you were yesterday.
I know that.
But now you know better, right?
I do.
Okay, take a look at this burr, and I'm feeling gently with my nail. I think that nick is gone too. He wants to feel this burr. Now we could go to finer grit. Let's just put it together and cut the burr off and see how it cuts.
Okay.
A little bit of toothiness, a little bit of so put it together without the edges touching.
Okay.
And then we're going to close it on a paper towel. All right, you got to think about it, Mike. Put the square peg in the round hole. E-I-E-I-O.
So
this is a good.
with this one, it has
Start out with a square peg
two
first.
washers, though.
Yeah, a lot of them do have 2 washers. Put both washers there
On the really?
on the peg.
So which
So
one would
start
go
out
first?
with
The
the
small
peg.
one, right? Yeah.
You need some tweezers?
I got it.
You got it.
So
So start
that-
out. So here, the trick. Don't worry about putting these together yet. Just
Okay.
start out putting your square peg in your round hole.
Okay.
Think of that first.
So put this first. No. This,
Yeah, put the little washers on your peg.
But does it matter if this one goes first or this one goes first?
Well, now this one looks like this one probably goes underneath that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah. But I thought you meant 2 plastic washers.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that metal one is, we call that a bell washer, that second one that doesn't have a nose or a nipple on it, and it supports the one with the nose of the nipple. So now you're on this one. If you get used to putting the, step by step. Now this bell washer is kind of interesting. You see how it's shaped a little bit cup shape?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll see it down, sometimes I'll see it up. And so try it one way, and if it doesn't adjust right, then turn it over. So we'll do it up to begin with. I probably see them up as much as I see down, but we do sell those. We call them bell washers for lack of another term because they're kind of shaped, bell shaped. Somebody called them that, and we just kept it. I don't remember who it was.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Let me get a paper towel. And you cut the burr off. And you're cutting it and not testing. So you're going to feel it go crunch. Now do about 2 more cuts. And it'll feel smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, now we're going to test it and see if we've actually improved this thing. Let's go ahead and clean it up with alcohol. Get all that grit off of it. We might have to go over it with a nail buffer a little bit. Make sure there's no burrs on the outside. So I'm hoping we don't have to bend it, but we might have to. But we'll see how. Sometimes it's amazing to me how sometimes just sharpening the shear
Really, that
work.
could cause it to kind of do like a.
Yeah, I mean as long as it, in my opinion, as long as it cuts, it might not look perfect.
Sure.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would disagree with me, but
Guaranteed.
sometimes you put so much effort into something, then. All right, let's see if this cuts the. Remember, it didn't cut the wet tissue really well. This time it's my turn to spray you, huh? There we go.
Woo! Oh my god. I'm doing it here, right?
Yeah. Try to get the whole blade on there.
Okay. That didn't catch down here.
Didn't cut back there, but this part cut.
I think it's.
And usually people don't cut back in here with the scissors anyway.
Would that be tension?
It could be tension. He's checking the tension. All right, let me do. Feel tight, don't they? Can you loosen that for me? Yeah, they still have that sticky place we were talking about earlier. But I think they cut better. Remember, they kind of...
Yeah.
So we've improved it some. It still has that sticky feeling. Right there. I hate bending shears. So normally I'm bending this blade up to kind of match that one, but I don't know if that's almost the opposite direction. So you can hold the shears up and look at them, the light between the blades, and see if it looks like they're kind of like the gap looks right. There goes the glasses. You're just going to have to get you some bifocals.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
So hold these like this and look at the light between the blades and see kind of what you're seeing. You see how they kind of look flat here, like it needs a little bit more.
Yeah, and there's a bigger space.
Bigger space there.
Yeah. So it looks
Here, I'll let you look at it and see what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, it wouldn't be all the way across anyways, would it?
Well, you want to see space. Really,
Yeah,
you want to see space from the tip to here.
Oh really? Okay.
But yeah, because any shear would be that way. But it's wider here, and then here it's almost doesn't have a bow to it. It
Yeah.
doesn't have a.
Yeah.
So hand me my bin mate over there. And let's pray. The prayer is not whether I break these shears or not. The prayer is whether I can fix them or not. Because these shears are made straight, then they curve them. So unless I'm trying to bend this last 1/4 of an inch here, I run very, very little chance of breaking them. But I want to bend this. Usually I'm kind of taking the bend. Let's see. There I am. Usually I'm kind of taking the bend out of that bottom blade is what will usually fix these. But it's almost like this one is curved too much, isn't it? But it's just sort of feel it, bend it, feel it. Now it feels more sticky a little further along. So tell me if it doesn't feel the same to you, like that part that was sticking is moved further up now. Like I'm moving that sticking part up.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't fixed them,
Yeah.
but I've just moved the place where it's dragging.
Oh, yep. Yeah, it's like here instead of.
Yeah. See, personally, if it cuts, I leave well enough alone. Sometimes you get them and they feel so good, and then you test them and then they don't cut. And sometimes you can do a little, you see how I'm in the slot here? You can do a little twist as you're doing it, and that brings that blade in, and they cut a little bit better that way. I think those are better. I don't know. What you think? You're the professional. Do they feel a little smoother than what they did before I started bending? Or just different?
Yeah, a little different. I don't know. Yeah, they go smoother actually.
A little bit. You just got to know when to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can.
And I know some
feel a
people,
little
they
bit
could
of
get
rubbing.
those things to feeling perfect. I'm like, let's just make them work. All right, so professional over here. Who wants to come cut some of this rabbit fur
You, Sean.
and see if it's better?
Alright.
So Sean is one of Mike's students. Is it cutting all the way down to the tip?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've improved them a little bit, but they weren't that bad to begin with, so try some of that fur too.
It's maybe a little stiff at the tips. You'd like to get, I mean, it's kind of. Yeah, you have to put a little, just like a little more.
You have to put a little bit more effort in it.
Yeah, to get it to cut. Maybe this last like half inch to an
I can
inch.
let me do a little bit more tweaking. Let's see. You said the last half inch?
Yeah, so maybe your 1/2 inch to 3/4 is just.
This this part here, huh?
Yeah, you have to put a little, like, it cuts through really smoothly, and then you just gotta put a little more pressure.
I'm bending that a little bit more, and I'm twisting. Now you notice I got these smaller slots down here. I'm kind of avoiding them. When you get to these smaller slots, you run a better chance of breaking the blade, in my opinion, or my experience. Okay. Let's see if that improved it.
I don't know. See what you think, Mike.
And always, let's get that magic nail buffer here too.
Okay.
We
Yeah, it's just the tip. I mean, it's not terrible. It just it doesn't feel as smooth as.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over that way if there's any burrs left behind, and it smooths it out a little bit. And the nail buffer is nice because it's flexible with that round blade. Oh, there's a little gap at the tip. See if you see that.
Oh yeah, it's a.
Yeah, it's a tiny gap.
Yeah, it's a.
So we could either bend the handles, we could trim the bumper, but you know what I think we'll do is because it's just right there at the very tippy tip.
That actually cuts better now.
Oh, is it cut better now?
Yeah, it's like smoother now. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like what I was like. There was like resistance. Like
But that little tiny thing here, we didn't get to do that yesterday, so this gives me a good chance. We could bend the handles, we could trim the bumper, but it's such a tiny amount there that's it's a gap. It's like what, a millimeter? I would just come in here straight down and then roll it a little bit to get it so it's not scratching. All right, you're the teacher, the expert. Come over here and you try them out.
Okay.
You've had the most credentials of anybody we've had here as a groomer, so.
Yeah. Give me a real dog, I'll practice for you. Yeah, they work good.
Okay, try it on some of the rabbit fur there.
All right.
It's wild how subtle adjustment.
Yeah, you saw it was subtle.
Big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. All right, so what y'all learned from this?
Not every scissors is the same.
Yep.
And a very small detail will make a difference.
Yeah, yeah. And you can see how a lot of the stuff that we covered today, you wouldn't be able to learn from a video. You'd have to be there in person. The other mic, these are going back to you. I hope your customer's happy. Put a comment in here and let us know what she thinks of the improvement, or she thinks I didn't quite fix them. We want to know that too, don't we?
Yeah.
And if you like these sharpening videos, I've got a whole bunch more. You know, all the stuff, like, subscribe, comment, what do you say, all that
Sounds
stuff
good.
at the end. So, and good luck in your business. If you're in the Southern California area and you need somebody to sharpen your grooming shears and clipper blades, these are the guys, right? I'll put a link below here, okay?
All right, sounds perfect.
All right.